Manibuye ndikwamkele kwakhona kwezi ndaba. Bakhathazekile abafundi baseNelson Mandela University emva kokuba kusweleke omnye umfundi oneminyaka 19 obudala uSesethu Mboza nekurhaneleka ukuba uzibulele. Kutyholwa ukuba ngaphambili uMboza ubedlwengulwe ngomnye umfundi. Kungoku nje abafundi kwile yunivesithi bathi makagxothwe kweli ziko umrhanelwa. Ukanti uMboza ngumfundi wesihlanu ukusweleka kule yunivesithi kwiveki nje ezintathu logama abanye bebona bebulewe.
21-year-old Sionela Matitela, a BA Human Resources Management student, says he attended the same high school as the late Sesethu Mboza. Matitela says he hasn't slept since hearing of his friend's sudden passing.
I'm deeply shocked. I'm still in shock right now. It happened all of a sudden. She was very close to many of us. It's quite shocking as I'm standing with you, because I haven't slept for 2 days, because I'm still trying to reverse my memory, because she was with me with the last week Friday in relation to the Psych National Conference there in Willows. But today to hear her that she's gone, it's quite shocking. It's shocking.
Students are calling for the university to expel the perpetrator who is accused of raping Mboza before she allegedly took her life.
The student must not be suspended, must be expelled. The same way that they are releasing memos in this university to show student death in this institution, it must be the same way that they have expelled the perpetrator, and they must show us who is the perpetrator, so that we can show that this person is a danger to himself, he's a danger to society, and he's a danger to all of us here in this institution, and he must be expelled. We are pinning that he must be expelled, and we must be shown proof that he must be expelled in this university.
On Friday afternoon, 2 female students, Lihle Shenkane and Apile Josana, tragically lost their lives after drowning while swimming at Victoria Bay in George. Just a week prior, Sikonjulwe Nkewane was discovered unresponsive in his room at a private off-campus residence in central Gqeberha. 2 weeks ago, Minenhle Hlongwane tragically passed away after being stabbed during a robbery at an off-campus private residence. Authorities are currently searching for the suspect in Hlongwane's murder.
No arrests have been made yet, but anybody with information that could assist us with this investigation can contact the investigating officer, Sergeant Rudwan Baikis, at 073 130 3018 or call Crime Stop anonymously at 08600 10111.
The university has released a statement saying it is deeply heartbroken by these deaths, stating that their passing has left an immeasurable void in the university community.
We extend our most sincere and heartfelt condolences to their families, their friends, and their loved ones. We grieve alongside them and hold them close in our thoughts and prayers during this very difficult and profound sorrow. We also recognize the deep emotional toll these tragedies have taken on our students and staff. And the university's Mthonjeni Student Counseling Services continue to provide psychosocial and other support to all who have been affected.
Yesterday, students marched to Nelson Mandela University insisting that the perpetrator of Mboza's rape be expelled. They are also saying that they want the issue of crime to be addressed, especially now as they have entered exam month. Reporting for MPK TV News, I'm Taryn Wellman in Gqeberha.
Nanjengoko abafundi bebanga lokugqibela benamaphupha abajonge ukuwafezekisa, uSinoyolo Maphuthi waseMpuma Kapa nophila ngokukhubazeka unephupha lokuba ngumsasazi wezemidlalo ophume izandla.
Lo nguSinoyolo Bhara Maphuthi waseNqweba nongaboniyo kakuhle ngamehlo. Nangona kunjalo, lo mfundi webanga lokugqibela kwisikolo sabantwana abangaboniyo iKhanyisa eGqeberha oneminyaka engama-20 ubudala odume esikolweni nasekuhlaleni ngokuba nesakhono sokusasaza ezemidlalo. Uzibona engumsasazi wezemidlalo kumajelo aphezulu kwixesha elizayo. Ngethuba uMzantsi Afrika usingathe indebe yehlabathi kwiminyaka eli-15 eyadlulayo, uSinoyolo, nowayeneminyaka emi-5 ubudala, naye wayemamele usasazo ngqo lwale midlalo. Kumabonakude kulapho lwaqala khona uthando lwakhe lokusasaza.
Started way back. I started reading books of FIFA World Cup 2010 when South Africa hosted the groundbreaking event that was later won by the 117th minute goal of Andreas Iniesta.
Lo mfundi nonolwazi ngeentlobo ezahlukeneyo zemidlalo ukhuthaza nabanye abantwana abakhubazekileyo ukuba bangawatyesheli amaphupha abanawo.
No matter what situation you face, commodity is not a commiseration for your success. You must know this. Disability is not a barrier, but it's something you can grow leaps and bounds through your disability because of you are knowing what you are, who you are, and where you are heading as a person, because you are having an identity to become a presenter. I know I'm living with visual impairment, but never mind, because I am a presenter that I am, and I can overcome my barriers. That I always go with this slogan: ultimate boundaries are removed and success is secured. It is to become the first ever visually impaired sports presenter around the world. It is groundbreaking, it is history making. And then for a person who's living with visual impairment or any disability, if they can say, this is the sports presenter to point out, it is this one, because he did it first, and he did it with such a privilege, honor, perfectionist. And also he did it with dedication, motivation, and passion for what it is his desire to become the first ever visual sports.
Ootishara bakaSinoyolo bathi eli tyendyana linesakhono sokusasaza nelaqala ukuthanda ezemidlalo lisemncinci likwaqhuba kakuhle nakwizifundo zalo.
Background, I'm Baran Mazela from Kirkwood. Okay. So before he came to the school, he was very known because ukhule engumntana osithanda isport and listened to a radio and spoke about sport with obhuti abadala. That was who he was. And then the minute he came and got admitted to eKhanyisa due to his visual impairment, it didn't stop there. And it emanated to him also being a good public speaker. Okay. We normally use him for public speaking in events that we have in our school. So umntana njalo, very attentive to detail, very good listener. And he is articulate when it comes to sport. He listens to it very well. He reads articles, and he's good at listening because obviously he's got a visual impairment. But he's an awesome child.
And my first question was, how do you know what's happening in the sport? But he has the ability to listen and attention to details. He reads articles or listens to them on audio, and he knows more about sport than I do that watch it on the TV. And he is so passionate about it. I thought I have to do something to get him recognized, or at least just the opportunity to speak about his passion.
Bada is quite an enthusiastic learner. Or Mamela, you're very attentive to details and things that you say. Whatever you say, the following day. I think one of the things that I admire about him is his ability to remember things. Like if umnike number yako namhlanje 3 times, tomorrow he already knows it. Like he's really good at memorizing things and keeping things. Also a very funny person. So he's a very funny learner. So never have I ever heard Ubara in conflict with anyone. He's a peacemaker in class. So he's an excellent student.
Nokuba ukhubazekile ngokungaboni okanye ngiphi na indlela ukhubazeke ngayo, amaphupha akho asekhona, nizivele kamandi kuTishara kunye noBara usixelele ngendlela ukuba akakwazi ngawo wafozekisa kwindaba ze-MPK TV eDwesi Dingulinge Gcwabe eGqeberha.
Makhe siphinde sithume umntana evenkileni. Mandisibulisele kuwe mbukeli, ndikwamkele kwiNews Extra wale veki. Igama nguNosiphiwe Mamase, masithezele emnxebeni. Basajonge enkalweni abazali notishara besikolo samabanga aphantsi iNgqusi kuCentane. Esi sikolo nesinamagumbi angasetyenziswayo sathwaxwa yinkanyamba kunyaka ophelileyo, kwaye ibilityeli lesibini sisonakaliswa yinkanyamba. Ukonakala kwaso kunyanzele ukuba abafundi mamabanga ohlukeneyo badityaniswe kwigumbi elinye.
These are the ruins left of what was a second classroom block at Ngusi Junior Secondary School This damage saw learners from different grades being accommodated into one classroom. This adds to the dilapidating infrastructure at the school, which poses a threat to the lives of learners and teachers. One of the learners says the situation is hindering them.
Utitsha xa efundisa ngaphaya siyafuna umamela nale ifundiswa ngaphaya but omnye utitsha ngaphaya afundisa asifuna umamela le sifuna umamela le ifundiswa ngaphaya but siyaphazamiseka xa sifundayo because idiyontsha eklasini eyi-1 ziyanetha iiklasi zethu sifunda kabuhlungu because sisuka kude nasuka kude izindlu ziyanetha apha phezulu so before sifunde kufuneka siqale sisuse amanzi.
The school is facing more than just lack of classrooms. In addition to that issue, they are also dealing with challenges related to clean water and sanitation. The students have to rely on tank water that passes through asbestos roofing, and they are still using pit toilets that were originally designated for the teachers after their own facilities were destroyed.
Sisela namanzi asuka ku-asbestos ingakho diseases kuthi because la manzi amdaka langena apha etankini but siyawasela. Neethoyilethi zethu zikude and abantwana besikolo aba bancinci abanokwazi ukuya ezithoyilethi because iyadi yethu ayikho right yethu bayakwazi ungena abantu because abantwana bangarechile ezithoyilethi kude.
Parents at the school say this is a painful situation for their children and a violation of their rights. The chairperson of the SGB at the school, Albert Gweja, says they have been writing to the district office asking for assistance, but all has been in vain.
Zamile uya nase-district office kumhloli hayi khange sincedakale. Inoba siyeke more than 6 times masisiya pha asincedakale kumhloli sade sagqithela saya ku-district manager district office hayi naye akho nto ayincede kuyo. Abantwana bayasokola man banetha nonetha kwela block nela lirayitanga.
Despite the SGB chairperson claiming to have sent the June disaster report, Department of Education spokesperson Malibongo Mtema says they do not have such a report.
Ngosi JSS is a very small and unviable school with 113 learners enrolled for 2025. This is one of the schools that was unattended due to the budgetary constraints. The school was advised to utilize day-to-day maintenance budget, and for 2025 June disasters, the school was not reported or it doesn't appear on our disaster list. The existing 5 classroom block is sufficient for the learners due to the learner numbers. The school is also among the new schools that were assessed for asbestos. The intention of the department is to eradicate the existence of asbestos roof, but this is also dependent on the availability of budget.
The community of Ngosi hopes that the government will intervene soon. I am Yamkela Mchia for MPK News, Mcindane.
Ivulwe ngokusesikweni ngolwesine ibhulorho imathanzima eKariyerha neyadilizwa intlekele yendalo kunyaka ophelileyo. Le bhulorho neqaliswe ukwakhiwa ngenyanga kaCanzibe kulo nyaka ngokwengxelo kamasipala iNelson Mandela Bay ixabise izigidi ezingama-50 eerandi ukwakhiwa.
After torrential rains and heavy flooding in Kariyerha back in June 2024, the Matanzima Bridge has been officially opened. The bridge collapsed and left a gaping hole blocking the route from KwaNobuhle Township to Kariyerha's town. Residents say the relaunch of the bridge has come as a relief as it will ease traffic congestion and improve safety in the area.
Siziva sikhulumancile kakhulu ngeli xesha lanamhlanje ngoba kuvulwa le bridge ngoba kuphela kwe-bridge eyo yodwa elapha KwaNobuhle as a whole indawo bekuhanjwa kuyo ibindlela encinci kakhulu enomakhwezana ibhasi zonke zixhomekeke kwicala eliyi-1 ingozi ke ngoba bekulula ukuba zenzeke kakhulu because and le ndawo le bridge yenzeke kuyo ikufutshane nekliniki ngokuye ngokube sisokola kakhulu ukuba kuphunywa endleleni eyi-1 enomakhwezana ibhasi ezihambayo Algoa zihamba kwela cala liyi-1 so ndizama ukuthi uthe kuvuleleka kweli cala ibridge leya namhlanje siziva kakhulu sonwabile.
So at the present moment, we just appreciate the fact that we are able now to have access to Indlela Zethu, and we also hope that it's going to improve, especially with crime. Crime, because the bridge lapho was one of the factors ezibangela bangabikho lula ngoku uku-address crime, because it becomes easy for criminals to find a getaway kwezi spaces encinci zingafumaneki. But with ukuvulwa kwale ndlela, we just hope that we will be able to see a reduction in crime kwindawo esihlala kuyo.
The Utenek Taxi Association has faced many challenges in the past year due to the closure of the bridge. Taxis in this town have been operating using alternative routes like the Nomakwenzana Street, which they say is unsafe for motorists.
For us as a taxi industry, today we are so happy that we are actually, it's the day of opening, because our taxis, when they ferry people of KwaNobuhle, they used to use a very small street in Nomakwenzana. Nomakwenzana is not safe. It's not safe for road users because it's a small street. Now we are going to use this open road, Matanzima Bridge. At least it's a relief for the taxi operators, because will be not more repairs now. Because of that road and Angola that was got potholes, this one at least is very nice.
The rebuilding of the bridge started in May this year. The bridge had a remake of its bearings, which were the major components that were damaged. Though the timeline of the reconstruction was controversial, the municipality says the work is 90% completed.
As you can see, the bridge has been lifted. Thorough technical efforts have been made to make sure that the bridge is sustained for more 50 years to come. And as well, the gabions underneath the bridge to prevent the collapse of the wall along the river banks has been done. The only 10% work that must be done is cleanup, so that all systems are good at the bottom of the bridge. But on top, cars can go, trucks can go, access to the hospital and other facilities along the way are now accessible.
The bridge is open for motorists to use. The Nelson Mandela Bay municipality says the remainder of the work on the bridge should be completed by the beginning of December. According to the municipality, the completion of the bridge costs 50 million rand. Reporting for MPK TV News, I'm Sinaya Njudu in
Ukanti ngelo nqaku umbukeli makhe sithitsi gqada evenkileni. Keli kwezemidlalo, iqela lebhola yombhoxo lalapha eMpuma Kapa, i-EP Elephants, belisingathe umsitho wokubhengeza abadlali abatsha beliqela kwibala iNelson Mandela eGqeberha.
I-EP Elephants edlala kwizinga eliphezulu kwiitumente ezifana neCurrie Cup kunye neRugby Challenge zalapha eMzantsi Afrika. Namhlanje belibhengeza abadlali bayo abatsha abazothi baqale ngabo isizini entsha. Umqeqeshi weqela elasakhuthiye uthi noko bakwazile ukudibanisa abadlali ukulungisela imidlalo.
The process has been, I'm really satisfied with the process this year, or this pre-season build-up. You know, I think last year when I started in November, most of the players weren't contracted. We didn't have a proper squad yet, so we started from scratch basically. And the pre-season is normally the most important building block in any season. At least this year, started 1st of October with a group of 28 players, which is a massive difference. And hopefully that will, help us a lot in the coming season. At the moment, the boys are really pushing it. We're looking at building strength, and we want the boys to be able to run. Because the big thing is, you must remember, we will play at altitude. And altitude is always tough when it comes to lung burning and chest. So we want the boys to be able to run. So they do run a lot. I've picked up a couple of niggles now because of the load that we're putting, but this is the right time to do the load. And but very pleased in the direction we're going.
Abadlali beqela bathi bona banethemba lokuba bazoqhuba kakuhle.
Pre-season iqale inzima kodwa ke esixesha belihamba i-pre-season sesayiphela umzimba waqhelana naloo nto, and nathi kunyanzelekile ke ubunzima siqhelana nabo wangoku sithi sihlala sibe siqhelene naloo nto. Going forward, I think izosinceda nathi loo nto uba sipushe kakhulu in terms of unyusa insimbi, ubaleka, sibe conditions because buye ukhumbule iiteam esadlala nazo, iiteam ezidlala kwi-Currie Premier Division. So funeka simelane nabo singabi ne-excuses, especially on the physicality and the fitness yethu.
Season so far it's going well. I think apho sikhoyo ngoku close like game ready because of the pace esiqale ngayo and nendlela ehamba ngayo pre-season. So it's happy where we are now with the pre-season.
No, absolutely awesome. It's tough the way it's supposed to be. It's also nice to see the guys pushing each other quite a bit. So yeah, no, it's been an awesome start and still a long way to go. I think that's quite a hard fact to accept, though we still have a couple of months left of this. But I mean, as long as everyone's buying in, it's actually quite awesome, and getting through the work and seeing yourself and the whole team improve as a whole is absolutely awesome.
Umlawuli jikelele weli qela uMzoxolo Mpofu uthi bayavuya indlela abenze ngayo kulo nyaka.
We're very excited about the prospects of 2026. We've done quite a few things differently. We've brought in the expertise of a guy like Matthew Proudfoot, who comes with a wealth of knowledge when it comes to forward play. He's something of a scrum technician. He's very well versed in that aspect of the game. Obviously, with Coach Alistair Coetzee as well, building the continuity with his involvement, having started in November last year. And then a couple of players that we've brought in as well. It's very high caliber players that have done extremely well in the provinces that they've represented. They've shown faith in us. They listened when we called, and they're here now to represent us. The bulk of them coming originally from our Eastern Province. So it's a very exciting period of EP rugby, and we look forward to 2026.
Imidlalo yokuqala ye-EPL Fans iza kuqala ngenyanga yoKwindla kunyaka ozayo. Kwindaba ze-MBK TV Tingulinge Gcwabe eGqeberha.
Ziyaphela njalo nezindaba, ndininqwenelela iveki entle.